What is good, YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some breaking news coming out of San Francisco. According to Ian Rappaport, after their workout today, or day one of training camp, the 49ers are deciding to sign former USFL stud linebacker Kyahva Tezino. He is on his way to the San Francisco 49ers, and he is going to stay there for the foreseeable future, and we'll see if he can make the 53-man roster going forward. But this is a linebacker who you guys all will love here in San Francisco, and I'm going to tell you everything I know about him and why I think he could potentially be an absolute perfect fit for the 49ers, while also showing you some of his USFL highlights. He was a stud. Before we get into that, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, free agency, trades, training camp. My first 49ers video for training camp drops tomorrow, so join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we drop a video and go live for a game. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the first thing I want to do here is show you some of his highlights. Now, this is USFL. The first one, quarterback throws over, gets deflected, he's there for the tip, and then here he goes in the other direction. As you can see, or maybe you can't see, but he had just in one game, he had 7 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 3 passes deflected, and 2 interceptions. Now, over the season with the Pittsburgh Maulers, he had 94 tackles, which was one of the best in the entirety of the USFL. The man just had a great game, a great season overall in the USFL, and this is a guy who is just going to continue to get better from here on out. This is a player that, you know, can come in here and join a team here in the 49ers who are already one of the best defenses in the entire NFL, but they're just continuing to get younger, continuing to get, better. Sorry if you could hear that for a second, but I'm loving this signing with Kyahva. I don't know if that's how you say it. Let me know in the comment section down below how you correctly say his name, because I don't want to just be saying it wrong the whole time. But overall, when you look at this 49ers defense, you got Nick Bosa, who is currently holding out right now. He'll probably be back under a new contract, but you bring in Javon Hargrave from Philadelphia, Eric Armstead, Drake Jackson. You still got Javon Kinlaw. You bring in Cleveland Farrell on the defensive line, and then the linebacker room looks good as well. Dre Kinlaw. You got Fred Warner, Oren Burks, who else? And then the DB room looks even better. I mean, Isaiah Oliver coming over from Atlanta, Tre'Davious Ward coming over from Kansas City, Tayshawn Gibson, Talona Hufanga. That's a guy, a grinder. I love him as a player. And then you got Demonador Lenore. Correct me if I'm wrong in these comment sections. Some of these names are hard to pronounce, but I think that this is a great signing. A guy who was incredible in the USFL, and I know the skill gap is a little bit, big in terms of USFL to NFL, but this is a guy who was one of the best players in that league last season, and I think that this is, alone just a great signing here for the 49ers. A guy who, might not make the roster, but if he does, I mean, this is going to be an easy steal, in my opinion. A guy who has a ton of potential for a 26-year-old, and, he's probably got a good amount of years left in the NFL if he can break out here for the 49ers. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we go live for a game. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.